Hello there everyone, and welcome to the Level 2 PowerPoint video. To start with, we're just going to open up PowerPoint and choose a blank presentation. Here we're just going to say it's my bucket list, as that is the topic of this video. And subtitle is just by your name. And here you can change the colors of the font and stuff by just highlighting it or whatever and going to home, and then you have this little button here for the font color, and you can just change it to whatever you want. You can also do it right here in that little sidebar thing, or in that little cheat sheet thing that comes up. So then you're going to add another slide, and I'm going to start by just adding this title. I'm just going to have it be top 5. And then you're going to use a list to kind of list out your top 5 things on your bucket list. So, alright, so here are my top 5 items in my bucket list. Obviously, I rather like Disneyland. So from here, you can actually go into this Home tab, where you have all of these same things that you have in Word. You can change those bullets to being pretty much anything. Right now it's only got that last one, but to apply it to them all, you just gotta highlight it, go into the Home tab, and you can click on that. So yeah, I used the enumerated list, which is this one here, but you can also use any of the traditional bullets that you want. It's really up to you what you prefer, what looks best to you. So just play around with it and see and find the one that catches your eye. For the next slide, we're going to start adding some features to each individual bucket list item. First, we want to add some stacked text, and so my first one was so we're gonna have just a text box. So text, we want stacked text. So mine was visit. Mine was to visit every Disney park. So that's how you make the stacked text that just goes down. So I'm just going to have a little blurb there about the parks. And then I want to add a shape into this. And there are just some quick shapes here. And you can choose pretty much anything. And I'm going to want to use this heart here because I love Disney. There we go. And then you can do various things to the shape. You can fill it with various colors. So it's going to deep red. The outline's going to be a black outline. Just make it stand out a little bit. So yeah, you can do whatever you want in there. So that's my first slide. For the next one, we're going to want a to content slide. So to get something other than just the default slide, you click on this new slide, like with the little arrow button, and click to content. And for this one, my second one was meet Bill Gates. Because how cool would that be? Okay, so for this first one, I'm going to add a picture. of Bill Gates. So that's just going to go right where that one is. And so for the second one, I'm going to go with online pictures, just because I don't have any things to put in a chart at the moment, or a table or anything. I mean, I'm sure I could find something, but, so I'm just going to go with, and you can search online for clip art things. So let's see if they have anything with Bill Gates to start with. Nope, nothing with Bill Gates. How about money? Because he has a lot of money. I kind of like this one. It's happy. And Bill Gates is awesome, so we'll make it a happy face. So yeah, you can choose whatever two you want. So then we're going to go on to the next slide. For the next slide, we want another two content slide. And this one was to work in Disneyland. And we can use this smart art graphic. And so I actually like this first basic block list one here. It's kind of fun. And so there are a bunch of different places you can work in Disneyland. So you can work custodial. So that's just how to do the smart art tools, and you can actually change the various things. I like the more colorful ones. Actually, kind of like that one. So you can change it up, and then you can also insert a chart of some sort. I don't actually know what my chart would be of. But yeah, so you can play around with it a little bit and insert various things. And yeah, so you can just create a table like that. So yeah, you can just do whatever. And you can also change the options. Like from over here, you can change the fills. No fill. It's up to you, whatever you want. There's some like various shape options and text options. So really, it's up to you. Play around with it. And then there's creating a chart as well, but I'm sure you guys can figure out how to do all of that stuff. So the next slide that we want so this one is about visiting every state in the US. And it defaultedly gave me the two content. I don't actually need that. Because in this one, we're going to play around with some of the shapes that they give us. Like I said, there are a bunch of different shapes. Like a flag kind of shape, because I want to visit the US and we're kind of known for our flags. And I'm also going to want to put some stars in here. Now, obviously, I'm not going to have all 50 in here, because that's a little tedious to draw. But I'll have 3. And then you can play with the colors and styles and everything. I want me some white stars in here. You can change the color, also gonna make it a little bit darker of a blue, because we need our American blue here. Let's go with that one. So you got some different shapes in there. Can add just a star outside of the flag. And we can add a couple of stripes in here. You know, got our stars and our stripes. They might not be in the flag, but Technically we got him. This is technically a minus sign, but it works. You know, just kind of. But yeah, so we've got our stars, which I'm going to. Technically they're supposed to be white, but you know, I'll make it yellow because you can't really see white here. Let's just make it a yellow star. And this. We've got our red ones. And you can always add some effects to it. Bit of a shadow to get it to stand out. Give it a bit of a shape outline. So we got our stars, our stripes, and our flags. Kind of like that. So you can just play around with the shapes. They do a bunch of different things. And just have fun with it. And then you can also use the word art to kind of add some labels here to our stars and our stripes. So we've got, you know, we have our stars and stripes. And you can add them however you want them. I think I kind of want them. I'm going to position them kind of down here. You can put them over the pictures. You can change the styles. So, you know, you can just kind of add some labels there. And then in this last slide, just make it a completely blank slide to begin with. And let's just add some more word art here. Word art. I'm going to choose, it's kind of fun one with a shadow. My last one is, this one here is bring my children to Disneyland. And I actually decided I don't really like that style here, so it's really easy to change. Sorry, in format. That one's kind of fun. I like that one. I'm going to bring that up to the top here. This one, then I'm actually going to want to change the background to color this. Let's make it a little bit more Disney. Disney's kind of gold and blue. Bring my children to Disneyland. And then you can also insert some clip art. That's just in pictures, online pictures. Clip art. See what it's got for Disneyland here. Nothing for Disneyland. What about Disney? Let's go with castles. Figure we'd have some castles in here. Because Disney is known for their castles. This one looks like a Disney castle. So we're going to insert this picture here. And then you can also insert another picture, but this time we want to go for the web. Unfortunately, it's Bing. So, but let's go another search for Disneyland here. Let's see if Bing has anything. Yeah, there we go. I actually like this picture of a castle better, because this is actually the Disneyland Sleeping Beauty's castle. So I want to change the picture on this one. And this time, let's look for happy families. Because that's what Disneyland has. Oh, and this one is a family driving down to Disneyland, which is how my family always got to Disneyland. We'd always drive down, so I like that one a lot. So you see you can search for pictures from the clip art library or from the internet, either way. It's all pretty simple. And you can play with the effects of the clip art and the pictures. Can give them various styles here. Frame it. I like giving it the shadow. I always like drop shadows. I just think they look nice. Give this one a little bit of a frame. Not that it does much because it's a white frame, but you can give it like a nice little kind of black framing. Yeah, just a nice little black frame. So it stands out a little bit better, and you can do pretty much whatever you want with these pictures here. And so next we're actually going to play with the animations. So we're going to go to the animation, and we're going to play with this word art one here. And when we can have it just appear, or we can have it kind of fade in. I like the split. I think that one's kind of fun. So, and you can choose whatever you want, and you can add animations to pretty much anything. This one I want it to be, I want it to bounce in. And this one I want it to swivel. And then you can kind of add all of these, look at all of them from the animation pane. So all together, so it shows that one. And you see how on these ones the picture takes a little bit longer than that first word art one. And you can also set times for when to start it, how long it should go, how long you want the delay to be. So for this one, I want to start it on click. Let's make it actually last a full second. Don't want there to be a delay. For this one, I want it to start after the previous one. So it's going to come in after the title finishes coming in, and I want there to be a second delay. So it's going to come in, and for this last one here, let's make it with the previous one, so it's going to come in at the same time as the car. I want it to be faster, and don't want it to repeat, although you can have it repeat. And I'm going to give it a second delay with the other one. So now, if you play them all together, they'll come in. You can also add additional animations to them afterwards. So then if you wanted to add another animation to this car after it's come in, you wanted it to pulse after it's already come in, you can then after previous, and you can have it repeat 4 times. So basically if you do that, then it all comes in at the same time, and then that car is going to pulse a couple of times. Careful not to overdo it because it can really get annoying very quickly. But it's kind of fun to play around with for a little while. So now we can return to this first slide here, and we'll want to add a transition in. My standard transition is the fade. You'll see that in many of my videos, just fades into the next thing. Kind of like the split one here. And then we want it to advance to the other slide, or to the next slide after 3 seconds. And last off, we want to choose a sound when it appears. There's a chime here. That one's kind of alright. So yeah, just choose a sound, how long it takes, and you can just have it automatically set to go to the next slide. So that's kind of nice. And let's just finish it off with adding some transitions to the rest of these. So we did the split for the first one, and let's have each of these, after 3 seconds, move on. So now, and then it should look nicely there. That should come in. The rest of them should come in, and that should pulse. And that's our slideshow. So yeah, if you've got all that, that's pretty much all there is to it. There's a lot of great stuff in PowerPoint to play with. So just have a great time and enjoy figuring out your bucket list. Have a great day, everyone.